Okay, welcome to the
And
hackathon.
I think maybe, I'll do the rubric since I said I was going to. Sure, let's do that. Here's my screen share and here we go. So everybody's back in and we all saw this yesterday, but this is maybe the first time our judges are seeing it too. So I just want to go through this so we're all familiar with the criteria that we're going to be using to select a winning team. And so we have the fit. Does the product address the prompt, which Cynthia beautifully presented to us yesterday, GIS mapping for social good. So how well does the solution address the theme of the hackathon? Next, in terms of innovation, how does your solution, how innovative is it? And we talked a little bit about innovation being not just content, but also contextual. Within the confines of the region within which you're addressing the problem, is it an innovative solution? Is it something that's been tried before in the region, or is it something brand new? Functionality. Is the product working? Is your solution working? Did you get it to do what you need it to do? The design. Does the design support the functionality? Is it aesthetically pleasing? And does the design support the message of the product you've developed? Last one, can the product be easily expanded in the future, right? What is it doing today? What do you want it to do tomorrow? And how easy is that going to be to do? Can it be expanded by other coders? All right, so that's our rubric. I am going to stop sharing. I am going to put the link to the rubric in the chat so that if anybody wants to grab it while judging happens, you have access to it. So you can sort of have that in the back of your mind while you're watching the presentations. All right, with that, let's introduce our judges for this year. So Scott, welcome to the judging. Do you want to introduce yourself to our presenters?
I'm currently based in the Hudson Valley. I've lived overseas for 25 years in Dubai, Sydney, and Japan. My background is started off in the semiconductor business when a 1K dynamic RAM was big, and I have gone through a dozen generations of technology, and now I have been supporting ventures as they scale globally, and have invested in a number of projects and companies around the world.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. Appreciate you being here. All right. Joe Cupano is another one of our judges. Joe, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Joe Capano. I've been in the tech industry for about 25 years. Worked with global financial startups, entrepreneurial type stuff. So I've done business in 4 continents, 22 countries, and most of North America. Predominantly a background of cybersecurity and cloud. So some companies I've advised and gotten to go is working with Qualys, Checkpoint, and some other companies along those lines of security space. So listen, always looking at what's next best, greatest thing. It always comes from an idea from a hackathon like this, and always trying to connect people with people who actually have interest in these type of things that come out of hackathon, and looking to, hey, if it's something that could be bigger, better than what's out there, that's fantastic. So looking forward to it. Thank you very much, everyone, for all the time and effort you've put in. This is very common when it comes to come up with a minimum viable product. So be very proud of yourselves to the point you've reached today.
Yep, awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. It's great to have you be a judge again this year. And Yulia, since you are joining the ranks of our judges, do you want to just do a quick intro as well? Is she on? I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Yulia, are you with us? Thought you were there in the background as Hudson Valley Can Code. All right, let me ping Julia for a second and see what's going on here.
Well, she's pinging. This is Eileen. I'm just going to jump in. I'm just
Of
helping to
course.
facilitate. So none of our, we have so many people without video on, and even if you're still in your pajamas or you're eating, we'd really like to see your faces. It really helps create community, and really just makes us know you're there. So if you want to turn it on, we'd love it. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for those of you that did. Great to see you. And I see a puppy. I'll go get mine. Shih Tzu. Oh. Thank you to all of you that turned the cameras on, and back to you, Andrea.
Thank you so much. So I don't know where my friend Yulia is. Let's see, she's not here.
All I can add for Dr. Yulia Ovchinnikova, she's given her degrees. She's also has early heritage in the early DNS domains for the Russian domains, and actually dealing with the various languages that had to be translated into the various domains for Cyrillic or what have you. So she's actually did a presentation for the Hackers on Planet Earth Hope Conference a few years back. If you look for that, it is very interesting about the early work she's done for the domains for Russia. Besides being the founder of the HVTech Festival, besides being founder of Open Hub and all the fine educational things that come out of that. That's the best I could do in short notice.
That was good.
That was good, Joe. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. All right, so I'm going to excuse myself for 1 minute and be right back, and then we're going to start presentations with our Autism Cares group. I'll be right back.
So while that's happening, any questions? Anybody want to say anything?
I did want to say,
be right back. Okay.
I notified the Hudson Valley Can Code, but our team, we'd like to have one person presenting, but then each person speaks. So
Sure.
hopefully they'll unmute all those. I put that in the chat, direct chat. So.
Can you just give me, here's Yulia. Everyone was looking for you and telling your bio, Yulia. It was a beautiful thing. They know more about you than you know about you.
Wow. Okay. I was introduced saying that.
No, but how would you like to introduce yourself as a judge now? What's your background?
As a game changer.
That's it.
Honest.
The game changer. I met Yulia over the summer at a startup weekend, and she had eyes on you. She knew what was going on in that room all the time.
Yeah,
All right, and we had a question from Patrick, who wanted to make sure that his whole team could be unmuted when they presented.
Yes. I'm doing a lot of logistical background work right now just to have it happen. So I'm excusing myself not showing up on proper time, but I changed settings. So you're all supposed to be able to do screen sharing. Only the trusted people are allowed in the room right now. So I hope to control this as well on the back end. And I will remove myself and I will assign the Hudson Valley Can Code duties to someone else to work with judges deliberation as a judge, because I was not seeing what you were doing. I'm still starving to see. Senators are calling me. It's like, what's going on? We have the Idea Lab happening right now, right here. And the answer is yes. Okay, that's it. Andrea,
All right. I'm ready.
Leader.
Yep. Are you ready? Everybody's ready? All right. So let's do this. It looks like the way Yulia has set things up right now, you will be able to share your screens and present and share your ideas. So with that, I am going to turn it over to the Autism Cares team and let you present your screen and let us know what you did. Let's see, who is that? Are they here? Abhishri and there she is.
Hi, I hope I'm audible. Apologies for the delay. There was a technical glitch in India, so I was a bit stuck. I hope I'm audible now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Um,
And I see Arna's on. And did you have another member on your team?
Yeah, we had Sameer. He's also there. So I request Sameer to share the screen.
Yeah, sure. Let me look for the first.
Yeah.
Can you share the screen?
Yes, I'm about to. I'm sorry. You can see the website, right?
Yep.
So, a little backdrop about autism. It's actually an intellectual disability, and it's a very prominent disability. Like 1 in 8 children have autism. So, when you Google autism, the maximum thing you'll find on the internet is going to be blogs and articles and just write-ups on autism. Nothing like a digital tool that you can actually use. So we came up with this website called You Ought to Join Us, which talks a bit about autism. As you can scroll down, it explains what autism is, and it also has a video from the perspective of a person who has autism. And if you will go up a bit, like you can also play the video. And when you click on the blog button, we have included certain blogs that talk about people who are on the similar journey as you are, if you know someone has autism. So it talks a bit about different people's experience. We've also included an educational game. So a little backdrop on why this is one of the major highlights of our project is because autistic kids are visual learners. If you will verbally try to teach an autistic child how to make an omelette or something, my friend Sameer can meanwhile actually walk you through the games. We have like a 2 to 5 year old range for kids who have autism where you can teach them colors and stuff. And then there's another one. So talking a bit about how autistic kids are visual learners, if you will try to teach them basic life skills and stuff through words, they will not understand it. But if you will show them pictures, they will understand it clearly. Now, even today, all the special teachers and everything, they use a traditional means wherein they take out printouts from, they take out printouts and they make like these workbooks step by step. There is no such digital alternative to the traditional way of making these workbooks. Like I personally researched a lot, but there was this one website which had these kinds of educational games, which were discontinued because they were all operated on Flash. So currently there's no such game or educational game, especially for autistic kids. And to show the prototype of how an educational game can help them, we kind of made this quick prototype to walk you through that. In this way, actually, autistic kids are being taught life skills so that they can be independent afterwards when they grow up. To also help the parents or any guardian who has an autistic child or an autistic person, we've also included we've included this very cool geo application tool wherein you can enter your location and it'll show you everything it'll show you all the possible autistic schools, institutions, or any such any organization, anything which has autism on their website or on their name or any of that sort. So if you can see the red bubbles, these are the locations. When you enter Delhi, the capital of India, it showed you the nearby autistic institutions or schools, or even mainstream schools who take people with autism and give them admission. I have a brother who has autism and he's currently 13 years old, and my family and we are struggling with finding an institution so that he can get admission and go to a mainstream school. And even a tool as basic as this, it's really hard to find. So through our website, through a prototype, we aim towards we target a specific community which kind of does get overlooked. I mean, considering the fact that there are no such digital alternative or tools to help the teachers who teach people with autism, who teach students with autism basic life skills, and they're still using the basic pen paper methodology. We kind of came up with this prototype to include them into to shed limelight and spread awareness, whether it's, incorporating the blue color in our website or the puzzle logo. We've been very thoughtful with making a website, whether it's including the blue color, the puzzle, even tiny, tiny things, so that we can spread awareness about autism and reach out to as many people as possible. Thank you.
Right. Awesome. Thank you, Abhishri. That was fantastic. Judges, you have 2 minutes for questions as follow-up. So judges, if you have any questions, you can ask them now.
So if I understood correctly, and I thank you for your presentation and your solution, you have a website, you've created some games, and your focus is on resources. But is your target market caretakers or the individual who has autism?
For our target market, we are trying to reach out as many people as possible. Whether it's the caretakers, whether it's providing help to the teachers, or any any person who's a special educator and who's looking for a job, or even parents with autism. The fact that there are not many resources out there for autistic people, or even anyone who's remotely in touch with them, our prototype is aimed at helping anybody and everybody who's looking for actual resources that they can use, and not just research papers or theoretical write-ups or all of that stuff.
Thank you. You might want to create that question at the very first landing page. Are you an individual with autism or a supporter of somebody who has autism? Because you approach the problem differently.
Thank you so much. We'll definitely incorporate that into a future plan as we move forward with this project.
Okay. Let's see, Joe, Yulia, any questions for our presenter?
No, Scott pretty much covered it for me.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Samir, you could stop sharing your screen. Thank you so much.
Do we judge by execution as well? How do we judge execution?
Well, it's on the rubric right now. So
yeah, I mean, just watching the result, ending result website, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Just in the rubric.
Yep. All right. So let's see.